Hello everyone. In this video, we will be learning about net present value method, which is the discounted cash flow method for evaluating capital budgeting proposals. What is this NPV? NPV is the difference between present value of cash inflows and present value of cash outflows. What is this PVCO? If the company needs to make an investment now, let us say in a project worth rupees 10 lakhs, that 10 lakhs will be your present value of cash outflow. Then the company also makes projections that how much this project is going to generate in future, how many cash flows the company is going to receive when this investment is made. So those projected cash flows need to be first converted to present value. That is called as PVCI. So those future cash flows which the project is going to generate are to be converted to present value by using a discounting rate, which is usually the cutoff rate or the minimum rate of return which the company is expecting, and then those cash flows are converted to present value, and this present value is used to find out NPV. The difference between the present value of cash inflows thus calculated and the present value of cash outflow will be called as net present value. So let us look at a sum. There are two project proposals for the company, project A, project B. They are mutually exclusive projects. So if one is selected, the other would be rejected. Both projects require initial outlay of 1 lakh. They have a life of 5 years and the company's required rate of return or the cutoff rate is 10%. Company pays tax of 50%. Depreciation straight line method, depreciated on straight line method. The estimated cash flows before depreciation and tax are given here. Remember that if cash flows, net cash flows after taxes are given, there is no need of any adjustment. But because we have been given here estimated cash flows before depreciation and tax, we need to look at some calculations. We need to make some adjustment. So the first thing is we can calculate depreciation. So our original cost is basically 1 lakh. Scrap value, no scrap value is given, and life of asset is 5 years. So we can have a depreciation on the basis of straight line method 20,000 per year. Project A has got equal cash flows. So even if we do calculations for only 1 year, it would be sufficient. But still I am going to show you the grid where we have calculated cash flows, net cash flows after taxes for project A. So the procedure is we write down our cash flows before depreciation and tax. Then we basically deduct depreciation. So we have cash flow before taxes. Then we basically deduct our tax, which is 50%. So 20,000 and 50% tax. So we have 10,000 as tax. So we have cash flow after taxes. We add back our depreciation to represent true cash flows, and our net cash flows will be 30,000 per year. So in this particular case, in case of project A where we have equal cash flows, we needn't do the calculations for the rest of the year because we simply can calculate for first year and it would be same for almost all the years. So the net cash flows after taxes are 30,000 for project A. In case of project B, we need to do the calculation separately for each year. So we will be looking at in the next slide. So here what we have to do in project B is that we need to individually calculate the net cash flow after taxes. The same procedure will be done, but we need to separately calculate because the cash flows are different here. So the same procedure is followed and we calculate net cash flows after taxes for each of the year, and then with that the net cash flow after taxes we will be able to calculate our NPV. You can see here that I have presented annuity table, that is present value interest factor of an annuity. What does this mean? Let us say if you're looking at 10% and we want to find out the present value of an annuity of rupee 1 which is going to be received for next 5 years. So the present value will amount to 3.791. If we receive 1 rupee every year for next 5 years, the present value at the 10% rate of discount will be 3.791. Now in case of project A, this is project A. In case of project A, we are going to receive 30,000 every year for next 5 years. So we simply multiply this 3.791 present value interest factor of an annuity to this 30,000 to find out the present value of this project. Once we have thus found out the present value, we can deduct our present value of cash outflow to find out our NPV. In this case, the NPV of this project is positive NPV 13,730. So let us look at project B, which has got uneven cash flows. So the cash flows are different each year. So we will have to use present value interest factor table, where each year the present value is different. The discounting rate which we are going to use is 10%. So for example, if we look at the 5th year, let us assume that if we receive 1 rupee at the end of 5th year, its present value will be 62 paisa if we are using a discounting rate of 10%. So if you are going to receive 35,000 at the end of 5th year, if we multiply the 62 paisa with 35,000, we can get the present value for this 5th year. In this way, we calculate for each of the years and we sum it together, and then we deduct our outflow of 1 lakh from this inflow to find out the present value of project B, which is positive 17,670. So how do we evaluate projects on the basis of net present value? In this particular case, we had mutually exclusive projects. Project A and project B were mutually exclusive. So we need to rank them on the basis of highest NPV. So for example, if we had project A and project B, the NPV was, for project A, it was positive 13,730, and for project B, it was 17,670. So if you are looking at ranking, we will give rank 1 to the project which has got higher NPV and rank 2 for the project which has got lower NPV. So naturally project B is going to be selected because the NPV is higher than project A. In case of independent project decisions where there is only single project under consideration, if NPV is positive, the project can be accepted. If NPV is negative, the project will be rejected. So I hope this video helped you to revise the concepts. You can look forward to some more videos. Bye bye for now.